Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So in today's video I was doing my makeup, so I thought let me do a quick chit chat get ready with me live update video. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, please keep on watching. Okay guys, so let's get started. Today I'm doing a chit chat type of video. I'm actually getting ready to go to dinner, so I thought whilst I'm sitting here doing my makeup I can just talk to you guys. I actually had planned to do like a really nice makeup look, you know, like really put in an effort, because my everyday makeup look is very simple. It's just foundation, no eyeshadow, no lashes. But I actually wanted to put in a bit more of an effort today since it's like a special day. However, I was very late when I was preparing. I started preparing very late, and when it was about time to go, that's when I actually started packing. Okay, so I'm actually on a little staycation because I feel like you guys need context, because I'm like, obviously this is not my usual background. I'm on a little staycation, so when it was time for me to leave my house to come here, that's actually when I actually started packing. Hence I was late, man, so I forgot to pack my eyeshadow palettes. Like I literally have 0 eyeshadow palettes with me. I know, scary. I mean, not really, because I don't really use eyeshadow palettes, but I actually had planned to do makeup look today, like a very nice makeup look, but it's okay. So you guys, it's been so long since I've done like a chit chat get ready with me type of video. I think it's actually been a year exactly, because I remember around this time last year. Okay guys, I'm really late, so I need to make this fast. I remember this time last year I actually did one, so I think it's been almost a year, if not exactly a year. So I thought I would just sit down, give you guys a bit of an update, which I suppose is very weird because like you guys don't really know much about me, which is why I had asked in my previous video if you guys would actually like a Q&A. I did receive some comments from people saying that they actually would like for me to do a Q&A, so I'm gonna do that on Instagram. Like I said in my previous video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask people to send through their questions via Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll do that right now. Okay, I think I actually need to like finish my brows quickly, then I come back on camera. So I'm done with my brows, so now we can finally talk properly. So I'm gonna go in with my Nivea first. This is what I like to wear underneath my base when I am doing my makeup, because the foundation that I use is pretty matte and this is very moisturizing, so it's a good balance. So I'm just gonna pat it on my face. So you guys, what's been going on? Oh my goodness, so much has been going on with me. I feel like the last time we spoke I was not in a very good place in my life. Like I feel like the tables were sort of like turning, because I remember the last time I did like a chit chat sort of like life update, I had just moved into the place I'm staying at right now, so I was very happy about that. And I had not posted, I think, on YouTube for like over a year or something like that, so I was very happy that I was in a new place and I was filming again, so at least that was a good thing. But I remember I feel like I was still trying to find my feet, and of course by no means do I feel like I have things figured out, but I certainly have made a lot of progress. I'm gonna use my beauty sponge from Sobe. Speaking of Sobe, so last year I entered a competition, the Sobe Makeup Surge 2020 makeup competition, and I actually ended up winning that competition. So that was one achievement of mine from last year. And Last year, I also decided to register to complete my BTEC. Thanks to my father. I'm laughing because I'm trying to not say anything that would come off as disrespectful, but honestly, you guys, my father was like on my neck about that. I remember each time I'd go home for the holidays and I'd be like, let's say like we're going to town from my house, which is like around 43 kilometers. And if I'm in a ride with my father himself, I'll be like, oh gosh, I know the BTEC conversation is coming. And I'll be dreading it. But I'm so grateful right now. Sometimes, it's good to listen to other people, even though you feel like you might have a plan. But listening to other people is a good thing. Well, especially for me anyway, considering the situation, because right now I am so grateful to my father. The fact that he was like really on me about me completing my BTEC, because you guys, foot on neck. Like, I was not breathing. Like, each chance he got, he would tell me to complete my BTEC. So I did it mainly because I was just like, oh my gosh. But now I'm like, yo, I'm so grateful. And I remember when I actually got my results, he's the first person I called. I called him, I was like, Ngota! I was like yelling over the phone, Ngota! And he's like, I already know. I was like, Dipasi! Oh, he was so happy, you guys. He was so happy. He was like, yeah, hey, welcome to Bahagalumdan. And I'm like, he said he didn't trust me. He didn't trust that I would pass because of the way that I was speaking. And I'm like, okay. And he was actually not the first. He was not the only person. He was not the only person that said that. A friend of mine also said that as well. And I'm like, what is it about me that makes people think like I'm incapable of? But okay, obviously my father like really trusted my abilities, but I feel like I was so uncertain if I was gonna pass. So I was telling him like, yo, dad, because there was like one subject, wastewater treatment technology. I was like, oh, dad, I'm not sure if I did well in that subject because my last exam, I feel like I didn't do well. There was this one question I didn't know. And I was just like, I'm just hoping and praying that I get like, a rewrite. That way I know I'll pass. Because my other two subjects, I knew for sure, like, I definitely passed them. So I suppose that's why my father was like, yeah, I'm 10 pounds, all of that. But my friend, he had no reason whatsoever not to trust me. And I'm like, can you just please put some respect on my name, okay? So yeah, that's another thing which I achieved last year. And I feel like honestly it's just two things, but those are the main things right now in my life: my makeup channel and school. I feel like honestly those are the main things that I needed to focus on in my life. Those are the main aspects of my life which, like, kind of determine how I feel about my life and how I feel in terms of my achievements, because really it's the only thing that I ever do. I go to work, I go to school, or I was going to school, and then I'll just make videos for YouTube. So now what I'm doing is, since I won the competition for from Sobe, I am actually studying to become a professional makeup artist, which I am so excited about. You guys don't understand. I actually used to do people's makeup, like I'd actually get booked to do people's makeup, but I really felt like I needed the confidence in terms of being accredited and being like a certified makeup artist, because I felt like, okay, there are some things that I still need to learn. Because one thing about makeup is it's very easy to do someone's face if the person has really good skin, and if it's a young person. I suppose even if it's an old person, but I've actually never done makeup on an old person. So I actually wanted to be very skilled in a sense that I can produce the same kind of results for anyone. Like if an old person asks me to do the makeup, I'll be able to produce some really good results. Like if the skin is wrinkly, if a person has texture on their face, like it shouldn't always be like, oh okay, I know or I trust myself to be able to do someone's makeup if the person is young or the person has great skin, which is why I'm so excited about this opportunity from Sobe. So that's what I'm doing currently. Not only that, but I am officially the face of Sobe with 9 other people, because there were actually 10 winners for the competition. And it's so exciting because even though I've been doing this whole YouTube thing, I've actually never I've never gotten a chance to work with a brand, and I feel like this is such a great opportunity because not only do I get to work with a brand, but like I get to understand how things work between brands, agencies, and talent, and just that exposure, you know. And it's something that I've been really wanting, and it's something that I'm really grateful for. So the fact that I am like me, Neliswa, like I am getting so many opportunities through Sobe. Like just in the past 3 months alone, you know, I am actually currently I am in True Love magazine. I know, exciting. And I'm also in the Clicks Club magazine, and it's just, those things are so exciting for me. And not only because, oh okay, I get to appear in a magazine, but it just shows that like things are really moving forward for me, like, you know, in terms of what I'm trying to push for, like in the content creation industry, you know. Because for the longest time I actually felt like I was just going nowhere slowly. Like I really felt like nothing was moving. Like I've been doing this for a long time. I felt like my subscribers are not going up, firstly, like my engagement is not doing well. And I understand that I played a role in that, you know, in terms of like how often I post and all those things. But I honestly would look around and be like, and sometimes it's so hard not to compare yourselves to other people, even though like people are always talking about, no, like, you know, we're supposed to understand our own journeys, and you know, it's like own race, own lane type of situation. But I swear to you guys, it is so hard, and I'm sure you guys understand this. It's so hard to not compare yourselves to other people when you're seeing people that are doing the same thing that you're doing, whether it's in school or in terms of like people's careers. And you think to myself, wow, like these are the things that I want, and I'm putting in the work, and you just feel like other people are just doing way, way, way better than you. Of course you're gonna ask yourself questions like, am I good enough? Or in fact, you probably gonna get to a point where you ask yourself, will I ever achieve any of the things that I wish to achieve? And I remember last year I had a sleepover with my friend Usino. You guys know Usino, she's been on my channel for a long time. I actually went to chill with her over the weekend at her house, and I was speaking to her and I was telling her how much I'm struggling. Like I'm so unhappy with my life. I feel like I'm not achieving anything. And mind you, it's not like I don't understand how blessed I am. It's not like I don't understand the sort of opportunities that I have that I know for sure other people do not have, you know. But sometimes you just feel like, oh my gosh, like you don't necessarily get everything that you would love to have, you know. So I was speaking to Usino about that last year, and Usino like Usina is like, she's honestly one of my really, really, really good friends, because, and she's like, most of the time, okay, I've never told her this, but most of the time people that don't know her and they just see her or they hear me speaking about her, and not even based on what I say about her, like maybe because they see how pretty she is, like they always assume her character to be way, way different than what she really is. And I always tell her this myself, like I'm always so impressed by her because she's a very strong person. And not only is she strong, but she's very calm, you know, in the sense that she's well, literally and figuratively, like the way she speaks, she's very calm, but also she's very level-headed and she's very headstrong. And most times, she always, like, she doesn't get impressed by money. Okay, guys, sorry, my camera cut. So I was saying that. So I was telling her how I'm feeling and how, like, you know, I feel like I'm not doing well and all that stuff. And she honestly, like, after leaving her place after that weekend, I actually felt so much better because she was just telling me, like, I'm honestly not the only person that's going through such things. And she was just telling me about herself and, like, the kind of struggles that she also goes through. And she was just, like, you know, trying to make me see or realize how I'm just so blessed in my situation, you know, because of the things that I might have, and just making me realize that, yeah, we're all going through things, but like each person obviously has some really positive aspects in her life, you know. And honestly, I'm so grateful to have such friends, you know, people that can honestly make you feel great, you know, like people that can just pick you up after, like, when you just going through so much, you know. That's really important. And I really do hope that I'm also like the same kind of like support system for her, because honestly, you guys don't understand, like, especially last year I would have these waves of just feeling like a failure. It would come like once a month, and I promise you it would last like maybe a day or 2 days or sometimes 3 days. And it just used to be just so draining. Each and every time I'd have to talk myself out of the, like, feeling like I'm in a rut, like thinking, oh gosh, I'm not where I want to be in terms of where I work. I'm not where I want to be in terms of where I am with YouTube, and even in my personal life, you know, which was like obviously not important, but like I was not where I wanted to be outside of like careers. And like honestly, the only great thing about my life was my family. Like honestly, like just having my sister, who's also been like an incredible person in my life, because each and every time when I'm going through something, I can always call my sister and talk to her. But the, like, honestly, and the worst part is I wasn't even staying with my family, you know. I'm staying with other people in someone else's, like I'm renting, like with other people in the house. So even though my family was really like the only positive thing about my life, it was not even an everyday type of situation where I can just go home to my family and feel better. So last year was really a hard year for me, and I understand, like, now when I look back, or rather in the big scale of things, it was a terrible year for other people, you know, because even though it was a rough year for me, there were just so many things about my life that were still going pretty well, you know, like, thank God, in the sense that with the pandemic, I actually never got affected in the sense that, like, me personally, because I work for the Department of Health, and during lockdown I was going to work each and every day. And obviously when you're going to work, you're going to need to go to the shops, or you're going to need to go to that place. And sometimes we actually had to go to hospitals, and it was just a very scary moment, especially when the whole thing started out, because honestly no one knew much about it, you know, because we were also scared. The country was closed down, but we were still working. And if anything, I felt like we were working much more during that period, you know, because of the whole pandemic and everything. So I'm like, when I look back, like, God, like, I feel like I've been so blessed, because throughout that whole situation, I actually stayed healthy throughout the entire time, you know. And I just know so many people just went through so many terrible things. And I also like went through others, like in terms of like other people's families, people that I knew that just, you know, we lost, and that just broke my heart completely. And even now, there's just so many times when I'm just sitting back and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I can't believe we lost this person. Oh my god, I can't believe we lost that person, because it's just still so hard and so unbelievable. You know, and I can only imagine the people who were directly affected by those, like with family members, how much, like how they must be feeling. You know, so I understand that I was very blessed last year, even though I sit here now and say, oh, last year was a hard year for me, but I understand that it was actually a pretty good year compared to most people, you know. So yeah, that was my last year. So it ended on a very positive note, in the sense that that's when I won my competition. So now this year I am actually studying, like I said, to become a professional makeup artist, and where I'm doing that is at BTI, which is the Beauty Therapy Institute. They have multiple campuses in Cape Town and in other provinces, but I am studying at the one in Salt River. So about that, so I am so excited. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited. I remember on my first day I was so excited. So the first day I was actually taught how to, like, I don't think I can actually divulge about the coursework, because, well, I suppose people have to pay to go there, but I actually got to learn other things that I actually didn't think I'd be learning, because I honestly thought we just focused solely on like makeup, you know, but I being taught about how to prep skin, like, you know, the cleansing process, and that is so exciting to me. Like, you guys don't understand, and to see myself like cleansing someone's face, oh, it's so exciting. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Other than that, honestly, I am not really doing much, because like I'm done with school. I actually want to further my studies, like you guys. When I called my father, oh gosh, when I called my father, I was like telling him about, oh, dad, I can pass it, and he was like, yo, Nina, now you must go for that BSc. And I'm like, can we just celebrate this one first? Like, my father really wants me to do the BSc, but I also want to do it now. Like, honestly, even though I feel like I'm probably not even gonna use it, but I am interested in doing it, honestly. So I'm gonna try to pursue that. I'm gonna try to apply for that for next year. I applied for it this year, but I wasn't accepted. I applied at Verts, because when I applied, UCT had already closed. So I applied at Verts. They didn't accept me for that. They accepted me for my second choice, which I was not interested in. So I was like, no, thank you. So I'm gonna try again next year. Hopefully, I can do that. Even though I doubt that I'm gonna use it, but I actually want to do it, you know. Because I don't know, there's just something about achieving things that you always felt like, oh my gosh, that would be so hard. That's very exhilarating, you know. And I feel like with the BTEC that I achieved, it was sort of like on the same wavelength, because it wasn't necessarily that I thought it would be hard to achieve it, but it just, like, I first registered for that BTEC in 2015. Then I quit because I was like, I'm not gonna need it. But then each year I'd feel guilty. Like 2016, I felt guilty for giving up, and then I registered for it again, and then I couldn't do it again, and then I think I did the same thing in 2017, and then again I couldn't do it. So I had already decided with myself, like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. So when I applied again last year, I was like, you know what, of course dissertation is a headache, but of course I can achieve this. Like, okay, one thing about me, you guys, is that I never feel like anything is unattainable. Like, I might think, oh my gosh, it's gonna be such a lot of work, but there's nothing that I can think of where I feel like I can't do that. No. there are things that I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to put myself through such stress, or like, no, I don't want to go through that hard work. But I never feel like, oh my gosh, I don't think I can actually achieve this. No, that is not me. Because I just feel like I'm just that girl. I can really achieve anything I put my mind to, honestly. And I feel like I've proven that to myself so many times, repeatedly, that it's not even an issue with me where I feel like, oh, I'm feeling threatened, like, oh no, I can't achieve that. No, I can achieve anything I put my mind to. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be trying to go for next year. But honestly, I would rather get a job within my field. If you guys don't know, is even though I have this BTech, but I've actually never worked in my field. I've never managed to get a job, like, since I graduated, which was a long time ago, 2014. I've never gotten a job, so it's gonna be pretty hard. Because I'm starting to panic, honestly, because I feel like it's been a long time and I haven't gotten a job, and minyaka iyadlula, and I just want to be in the industry already. Even though I feel like it would be boring as hell, but I'm still very interested in it. So yeah, you guys, that is my plan for next year. I'm hoping that I can get admitted into one of these institutions. But for this year, honestly, there isn't much else other than pushing my YouTube. Like, and I'm trying to speak about my YouTube in a more confident sense, because other times I was like, oh my gosh, trying to sound modest, or just trying to not sound like I want to achieve the things that I want to achieve. Because maybe sometimes I'm afraid of people judging me, like, oh, does she really think she's going to achieve that? Even though in my mind I know, but like, no, I'm done with that. I'm going to push my YouTube this year as confidently as I can. And I really hope, like, okay, one thing that you guys don't know about me is that I am very shy. I know, it's probably very hard to believe. You guys, I was saying that if it was not for this whole YouTube thing that I'm doing, I would not be on Instagram, honestly, because I don't know, I just feel like it's not really my thing. Like, of course, taking good pictures is my thing, but like the whole, I feel like I really struggle with stories, and I've been trying, you guys, but I am struggling with doing stories. Like if I'm just chilling now, I need to take a picture, like, oh, I'm doing this. If I am at the beach, I need to take a picture. I'm at the beach, or a boomerang. Or if I'm like eating something, like, okay guys, let's have a Danish. I can't do that, but I've been trying, because I feel like being present in terms of your stories, it sort of like helps. I think it helps also with the algorithm, and people watch stories, like they view stories more than they go through posts, you know. I'm gonna try to use this eyeliner to make like a wing. So I really struggle with such stuff, but I'm really trying. I'm like, and it's not easy, but I've been really trying, and it's so unnatural to me, and as a result I feel like it takes me way longer to do a story than it probably takes other people, you know, because I'll just be there like, okay, no, this angle's not right, let me retry it. No, this angle's not right, let me retry it. Oh, I would not be on Instagram if it wasn't for, actually, before I started my YouTube channel, I was not on WhatsApp, I was not on Instagram, I was not on any social media platform. That was in 2017, and I was using like a little phone, and I was getting paid a decent amount of money, so I could afford to get myself a proper phone, but I didn't care. And then I got my YouTube channel, and I was like, oh, it's time, because I understood like the importance of being present on social media, you know, if you were like a YouTuber. So I got myself a phone. So yeah, that's how the journey started. But my thing though, like my thing for real is Twitter. Twitter is so much fun. Like, honestly, that's one thing I'm always, like, that's one app I'm always on. Like, honestly, I spend my whole day just on Twitter. It's so funny. Like, it's like chilling with people without having to actually chill with people. Because, so yeah, I really enjoy being on Twitter. But I don't tweet because I'm too shy. And I care about what other people think, but only to a certain extent though. Like, I'm not like a little kid that's like really affected by such, but it does affect me, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very reserved and I keep to myself, and it's so weird because I don't know, for some reason people think if you have a YouTube channel and you just sit and you talk that you're very confident. Like, yeah, I'm confident to a certain level, but not as much as you guys think I am. But I feel like there's so many people out there that don't have YouTube channels which are way, way, way more confident. Anyway, you guys, I have 30 minutes to finish what I'm doing. Anyway, guys, I was saying that I am gonna run late, so I need to hurry on up. I want to add some lashes, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that. So yeah, you guys, that is me. That's sort of like my life update. But I'm so hopeful for 2021. I really hope that I am gonna grow in terms of my channel. I'm gonna grow as a person. I'm gonna attain skills within my field of engineering and within like the beauty field, obviously, because I'm going to school. And I just wanna be the person that just goes after her dreams, you know, unapologetically. That's just what I want to do this year. I don't want to hold myself back in terms of my posts. I do not want to hold myself back in terms of like actually going after my dreams. Like, I really just don't want to be that person. And most importantly, I want to have a plan in place. I just don't want to be like, oh yeah, I want to achieve that, but without a plan of how I'm going to do it. So yeah, that is me. You guys should comment down below what you guys would like to see more on my channel. You know, like, what kind of stuff would you guys like to see more? I feel like I am really enjoying making those one-day vlogs because it's just one day and I feel like it's interesting, and if it's like 10 minutes long, it's 10 minutes long. I don't have to force it to be something that it's not, you know, because those weekly ones were so exhausting because I literally could not show you guys me doing the same thing from Monday to Friday, and that's what my life is. I literally do the same thing. I go to work, I come back, go to work, come back. At least now I go to school, but even with that, I can't really film at school. And it's just going to be the same thing again. So I like doing the day vlogs where if I'm just going on an event, then I do that. So something exciting is coming up. Remember guys, I told you in my last vlog that something is coming up with Sobe. So next week Saturday, which is on Sunday, let me check quickly. Next week Sunday, which is the 14th, I'm assuming, a store activation that I need to do, and I'm gonna be at Clicks at the waterfront here in Cape Town. I'm not sure what time I'm gonna be there, but of course I'll list all the details on my Instagram, stories once I find out more about it. So I'm gonna be there at the store. You guys should definitely come through. Sobe currently is running a special of 3 for 2. So if you buy 3 items, Sobe products, I think you get the cheapest one for free, you know, so you basically only pay for 2. But there's also going to be a competition which you're going to be running on the day, so you can come through. We're going to show you guys some products. We're going to do like a little mini makeover on people, maybe apply makeup. And then if you buy something, there's going to be a jar where you can put in your slip with your details on it, and you can win something from Sobe, which is very exciting. And Sobe has really good products, so you guys should check out for that. So I'm going to be at the Waterfront Clicks store. That's next week Sunday on the 14th of March 2021. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'm super excited. I've never done a store activation before. I'm not even quite sure what it entails, but I'm so excited, like, of exposure to new things, like things that I've been literally dreaming about. I feel like my life is starting to come back together slowly but surely, because so many aspects of my life are going well, and I am just so grateful. I feel so blessed. I'm always praying and I'm thanking God of all these like incredible things that are happening in my life, like the incredible people in my life. And I feel like each and every time I'm just receiving like good news after good news, and it's unbelievable. So yeah, that's what's happening with me right now. And I think the next video I'm gonna film after this is gonna be I'm gonna be filming the Q&A. Which is gonna be exciting because I've never done a Q&A, of course, but I'm also a bit afraid. Like, what if people ask questions that I'm not so comfortable with answering? But it's okay. We'll figure it out together later on. So I'm pretty much done with my makeup look. I'm just gonna finish getting dressed now. I'm just gonna put on some earrings. So thank you so much if you guys have watched throughout the end of the video. I hope you guys liked the video. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like the video as well, and please don't forget to leave your questions down below. Or if you are an Instagrammer, or follow me on Instagram, which you should, by the way. You can wait because I'm gonna be posting something on my stories where I'm asking you guys to submit your questions to me, because the next time I'll be on YouTube, I'll be doing my Q&A, which I'm very excited about. So thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below. Thank you so much. Mwah.